Am I live already? Okay. Hey, guys. Can everybody hear me? Let's see. I think people can actually hear me, so that's awesome. Okay, so I think we are live. But I want to be sure that if you can hear me, can you just please put a yes in the comment? Okay, so I guess people can hear me. So welcome to day 20 of the Bounds Beyond Limits series. Wow, it's been 20 days of going live every day. And I want to say, if you are, joining me for the first time, I want to say thank you so much. And if you've been tuning in for the past 20 days, I am really excited that you've been with me all through. And for those that have been watching the replay, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are here. So let me know where you are tuning in from. So if you can just drop your city, your country in the comments. I'd love to see how far this message is reaching. So if you are able to just drop your country, where you're joining from, that'll be really nice. And maybe just put down your name. That would help me know who you are. I just want to know how far this is reaching. And you probably heard people say that they are making money from digital products, right? But let's be really honest. What does that even mean? So, how are regular people? I'm talking about people that are not influencers or tech experts. How are they actually making money online without building anything from the scratch? Right? I think we want to really talk about that today. And so that's why today's topic is really unique because we're going to be talking about digital product demystified, how to create profit without creating anything, how to generate profit without creating anything. So we want to demystify digital products because a lot of people are wondering, what does that even mean? What are they selling? So tonight I'm going to be breaking it all down because I want to really show you what digital products are, right? How they can power online businesses and how you can start profiting from this space without needing to create your own course, design a funnel, or invent anything at all. So if you've been so curious about digital products, or maybe even confused, or you're creating, you're just someone who wants to start your online business, you want to get into the digital business world, and you don't even know where to start, or you're somebody who's heard about it before, or you are just creating some, you just want some kind of clarity. I'd like to say that just stay with me and let's talk about this. So let's demystify digital products, and I want to show you how real people are turning simple systems into real income. So let's go into the heart of everything. So, what exactly are digital products? Well, I'm going to give you a simple definition based on my research and what I've seen so far. So, a digital product is anything you can sell and deliver completely online. That means that no physical shipping is involved, no inventory, no warehouse, no packaging is required. It's something that people pay for and they can access instantly. I mean, right away from their phone, their tablets, their computer, or the laptop, whatever it is. So now let me make this real for you. If you've ever bought yourself a Canva template, that's a digital product. If you've ever paid to join an online course, that's a digital product too. If you've joined a masterclass, you bought an ebook before, that's a digital product. If you've ever had to if you've ever had to download a weight loss online booklet, that's a digital product. If you've ever had to download a paid workout plan or join a virtual challenge, all of these are digital products. So for people that have been wondering, when we're talking about digital products, what do we really mean? So simply anything you can sell and deliver completely online. And there is no physical exchange because everything is downloadable. So there's no need to start getting anybody to ship anything to you. Nowhere else that is involved. You get it, you get instant access to it. So let me ask you, have you ever paid for something digital online before? I want to know, like, if you can drop it in the comments. I want to see how many people have been buying digital products. So for me, I'm just going to put in the comment, yes, I have had to buy ebooks. I've had to buy audio, you know, programs, weight loss programs as well. Weight loss, more like online weight loss programs. So if you just want to put in the chat box anything that you've had to buy, All of these things are digital products. So for people wondering, well, have I have, I don't even know what digital products are. I don't think I've ever bought any before. Well, you probably have, right? Maybe you didn't take it that seriously, but that is exactly what it is. As long as it's something that you did not need to get shipped to you and it was delivered to you, when you paid for it, you got instant access. That is definitely a digital product. Now, what makes them really powerful is that digital products are low overhead, but they have high impact. So you don't need to spend money having a physical storefront. So you don't have to get a store, a shop, you don't have to get a warehouse. You can sell them over and over without running out of stock. So that is exactly what makes it really interesting. And this is interesting to know for people who want to start a low-cost business and they're wondering how to get started, and they don't want to probably maybe they don't have money for rent, to rent a store or like to get a warehouse. So this will probably work better for you because there is no storefront required. There is the products are low overhead, and of course they have high impact, and of course they are highly valuable. Now, the good thing too is that more people are buying them every single day, especially when we live now in a world that values convenience, speed, and instant access. So if you're somebody like me who likes online shopping, like even when it comes to groceries, I order online. I order a lot of things online. And I like the fact that they deliver those things to me. I don't have to go to a store. Now, imagine if you're looking for something that would give you knowledge, or you wanted to join maybe a master class, but you did not want to have to go to the physical location. And then you decided to buy the course, or you bought the master class, you got access to it, and everything was accessible to you online. That simply means you bought a digital product before, because you are getting what? Value, convenience, speed, and instant access. So yes, digital products are real, they are valuable, and they are actually shaping the future of how we learn, how we solve problems, and how we even run businesses. And that's why I remember in those days when we used to do home lessons, of course, we'd have the tutor come into the house, or would probably have to go to the tutors if he has a tutorial center, we'll have to stay back in school to get the tutorials done. But in the world that we live in right now, we have kids that are even doing their tutoring online, right? I've had my kids enrolled in programs online, Bible classes online, summer camps online, even regular, academic tutoring online. Those things are things that can be accessed instantly online without having to go to a physical location. And that is exactly what you get when you decide, to get into the digital product industry. So it's more like the e-learning industry. You are getting value, you're getting convenience, and you're also impacting lives in one way or the other, right? So another thing to consider is that with digital products, you don't even have to create one yourself to profit, because we have a lot of done for you products that are available that you can resell and even make 100% profit from it. So I'm still going to show you how that works as we go down the road. But I wanted you to just know that you don't have to create one for yourself. So imagine that you want to start a business and you're like, well, I want to start a digital business, but I don't have something to promote. Well, there are lots of done for you programs and products out there that you can get value from, you can learn from them, and you are also going to be given the license to resell them and make 100% commissions. Now, I want to talk about why digital products work for busy professionals, because I see a lot of busy professionals like myself saying, we want to do something. We want something that is extra besides the 9 to 5, but we are looking for something that is not going to take our time. Now, I want to explain why digital products are such a smart choice, especially if you're a working professional trying to figure out something, you want to build something extra on the side. Because I get it, you are busy. We are all busy because you're already juggling work, family responsibilities, and the thought of starting a business from the scratch sounds exhausting. That is the truth. Having to think of, building a website, maybe getting, resources to support you, human resources, talking about people, hiring maybe an admin assistant, an accountant, different things. All of those things can be very expensive at the beginning, particularly when you are not even sure about what you're doing and you're just trying to get your bearing. So imagine if you decided that you wanted to start something that is already done for you. Everything is done for you. You have the product ready. They've created the website for you. The funnel is created for you. And all you need to do is show up. All you need to do is allocate 2 hours in a day to actually earn income. So the good thing is, it is not that kind of business where you have to allocate 8 hours of your work time into doing it, because we have 24 hours in a day. And the way the old program is structured, you are actually taught, you are mentored on how to utilize 2 focused hours in a day to build your business. So I'm running this. I still run my regular, healthcare profession, right? I still do other things. And all I need to do is to be more consistent with whatever it is that I'm doing, and also be more disciplined when it comes to my time management. And I bet you have 2 hours in a day. So 2 hours could be broken down into 4 different chunks. So 30 minutes, 30 minutes maybe on personal development, 30 minutes to probably put out content when required. Like, this is actually part of my 2 hour workday, going live, right? So, and I'm not saying that you necessarily have to go live to do this, but I'm just saying it that it is possible for a busy professional to benefit from digital products, right? Because even when you juggle multiple priorities, you don't have to start the business from the scratch. Things are already done for you. You are only going to be putting in some time to ensure that your business is up and running. So, first of all, there is no inventory. So I want to break this down much more. With digital products, you are not buying bulk items. You're not shipping anything to anybody. You're not having to run to the post office to go, ship items to a client. And then the good thing is, no client is coming back to tell you that, well, you shipped us a juicer. Because guess what? I got a juicer some days ago, and I got it. I used it. I tried to use it the first day, and I realized it wasn't really working well. So, of course, now I have to return it. So imagine how the seller would feel seeing that I have to return the juicer that is not working. With digital products, nobody's returning anything to you, right? Because you don't have bulk items or even a single item you're sending to anybody through a post office. So you don't have to stress yourself, jump into your car, spend some money on gas to do that. You are not turning your living room into a warehouse filled with boxes and tapes. And do not get me wrong, there are people who are doing that. And of course, whatever it is they are doing is valuable for people like us. But then I'm saying that if you're looking for something that will give you the convenience that you're looking for, in addition to what consistent income, this is something to think about. So no inventory. You don't need to track orders. You don't have to manage delivery delays or even chase suppliers. So everything practically lives online. Your product is delivered instantly to the customer with just one click of the button, right? So no logistics, no stress. It's not like, physical products that will run out. So there's nothing like we're out of stock. We are trying to, we're trying to make sure that we have enough inventory to ship out to people. Nothing needs to be restocked, right? You simply create or plug into the system once. And of course, there are people who decide that they want to create their own digital products, and that's fine. There are people that get to do that. But when it comes to whatever it is that we are doing in digital products, we don't have to stress. We don't have to restock anything. And just one product that is created once, or a done-for-you product that you have access to, can save hundreds, thousands of people without you lifting a finger to repackage anything. That means that there's less risk and there's also less overhead, right? And there's way more freedom to focus on what really matters. So if you're a mom like me, looking for better time management, looking for, better quality of life, and being able to grow your income without increasing your workload, this will probably work for you, because you can literally run your entire digital business from your phone without touching a single physical item. And you don't have to break the bank as well, because I know we have lots of programs that say they are, they're digital businesses, but sometimes people have to get a loan to get started. We have different online franchises that people promote, but at the end of the day, the startup cost may not be as easy, or it may not be that easily accessible, right? So, but when it comes to digital product, it can be as low as $10. It can be as low as $20, right? So you can actually decide to create your own digital product and put a price tag on it and sell that one product over and over again to thousands of people. And that is the power of selling digital products in 2025. Another great thing about digital products is that you can sell them 24/7. And now this is one of the biggest reasons digital products changed everything for me. So with a traditional business model or even a side hustle, you usually have to be physically present to profit. You have to be present to profit. You have to clock in, you have to show up, you have to take calls, you have to respond immediately or physically ship things out. But with digital products, it's different. So let's imagine that you are a sole proprietor and you run a coffee store. And of course, you are just starting and you don't have staff. You are the one who is making the coffee. You are the one that is opening up the store. You are attending to customers. You are doing your accounting yourself and all of that. Now, imagine if for some reason you're under the weather and you are not able to get somebody to be in the store on that day. So, what really happens to your business? Have you ever thought about what could happen? But with digital products, you don't have to be there physically. You're not showing up to talk to anybody, right? These things are done for you online. So even when you are under the weather, even if when you feel like you don't want to even go online, you have your system running for you at the background because it is automated. That is the beauty of digital products. That is, you don't have to be physically present to profit. You don't have to clock in. You don't have to show up. You don't have to, take any calls. You don't have to respond immediately or physically ship anything out to anybody. Your storefront is always open, meaning that your website does not sleep. Your funnel does not take breaks. So you would have a sales funnel that is working for you, closing the deals for you. So the system keeps working even when you are not there to work it out. And then you can actually be in a Zoom meeting at your regular 9 to 5 or at work in a physical location, and a sale comes in and you get the alert on your phone. You can be helping your kids with homework and someone decides to download your product. You can be on a weekend trip at the gym or even sleeping, and your digital business is literally working for you. And this is the power of automation. That is, once your system is set up, it handles everything. The presentation, of course, they already recorded, like already done webinars for you, already, webinars that are already done for you that will explain the business. The payments, the payment structure is already there. The payment systems are there. People can just, put in their card and pay. And right away, they get access to the product. No chasing people, no direct messages, no cold DMs, no trading time for every dollar you earn. That is the simple truth. So it's like having a digital assistant that is promoting and delivering your product around the clock, even when you're not online. And that is how digital income becomes scalable because you're not stuck in hustle mode. You are building something that works for you while you work other things, while you live your life, while you spend time with your family. So if you've ever had to buy a digital product, like even an ebook or an online course, or you've attended a class online, you've actually had access to a digital product. Because one of the reasons why I had to, pick this topic today was because I had somebody reaching out to me to say, people are wondering what is it that they're selling? Well, digital products. We are promoting digital products. And like I mentioned, that these are things that are online products that you have access to that don't have to be shipped to anybody. So there's nothing like a physical product that you're getting. They are all ebooks, things like ebooks, e-learning courses, this kind of stuff. It could be like access to some membership online that, you have access to the group, you have access to the resources online without having, to ship anything to anybody. So you're not stuck in that hustle mode, trying to, you're moving from pillar to post. You don't have to do that. I have a couple of, close family friends or, family members or friends, people that actually sell physical things. And I see how sometimes it could be really challenging carrying heavy boxes, trying to deliver products to people. While all these things matter and also contribute to extra sources of income, we're talking about convenience here. If you're looking for something that is convenient, this is something to consider. And now you also don't have to be an expert. This is where people really get stuck. They say, well, I don't have a big audience. Oh, I'm not a coach. I'm not an influencer. I don't even have followers on my social media. I'm not a public speaker. I don't talk like you, Funky. Who's going to buy from me? Well, let me just clear this up right here. You don't need to be a guru to do this. You don't need to be the face of anything. You don't need thousands of followers. You don't need fancy photos or viral videos, because with the right system, you can get your perfect customers to purchase your digital products. When I started promoting digital products last year, it's about a year ago, I did not have a single follower on TikTok. I opened a brand new TikTok account, 0 followers, and I grew it to 12,000 plus in less than a year. I kept showing up. I was following the blueprint because I had people on my Facebook, but I just wanted to really, test run. I wanted to test run the blueprint. I'm like, does this really work? And it does if you are showing up consistently, if you are doing what you should be doing, and if you are treating your business not like a side hustle, but like a real business. Because if a lot of people want to earn income online, but the problem is that they want to treat it like some kind of shabby thing, like, well, it's just my side hustle. Now, I have a question for you. If you had to treat your job like a side hustle, how do you think you're going to get paid? Do you also think that you're going to last long in that job at all? You probably will not last long in that job before they show you the door. So when you want to run a business and you want to take it seriously and you want it to give you tangible income, you have to treat it like a business. You have to stay accountable. That is exactly how you have to behave. Otherwise, it won't pay you the way you want it to pay you. All you really need is a digital product that gives you access to an automated system. Your sales funnel is done for you, and you have the community that would help you thrive. So you don't have to be an expert. I've had people say, well, I can't speak this eloquently. I don't think I have what it takes. I don't even want to show my face. And that's okay. I had someone reach out to me today and she said, well, I don't want to show my face. And that's okay. You don't have to show your face. We have a whole blueprint for faceless marketing for those that want to go faceless. They don't show their faces, but they could record a voiceover or they could use done for you reels. So there are so many ways to promote your product. And I'll be honest, if you want to make money online, let's be really honest. It's either you are providing a service, you have a product to sell. Maybe you are trading, you are doing things that have to do with online, and everything requires you to have people to patronize you. So no matter how great your product is, if you don't know how to attract your perfect customers, you will not sell anything. You probably will not have any sales. And one of the things to note is, imagine if you had a McDonald's store. Like I always use that as an example. I say, well, if you had a McDonald's store and it's hidden in a corner, nobody knows it's there, and week 1, no customers, week 2, no customers, what do you think is going to happen? In no time, it's going to have to be shut down because they have to pay rent, they have to pay staff, they're going to pay utilities, and then no customers. So how are they going to run that store? And that is exactly how it would work for your business. Even when it is digital, there are things you have to do. You have to show up. You have to show up. You have to show that, this is something that is worth it. You have to treat it like a real business, not like a side hustle, so that they can pay you the kind of income that you want to see, right? Because a lot of people are working regular 9 to 5 shifts, but there's no plan B. And so when they get fired at work or they start facing hostility at work, then they start thinking about the plan B. But even when they see the plan B, the option, the problem is that they don't want to come out of their shell, to do what it would take to make the plan B solid and for it to work. And that's why I see people hopping from one opportunity to the other. The truth is that the grass may look greener on the other side, but when you get there, you'll be shocked at what you find, because an opportunity may look so wonderful, so rosy. As long as it is not a get-rich-quick scheme that's going to scam you overnight, if it is a legit opportunity, it's going to take some work. You're going to have to nurture it. It's like, watering your garden. You're going to have to nurture it so that it's going to give you the kind of results that you want. So whether you are naturally shy or you are still building your confidence or you are completely new to the online space, you can still profit. In my first 1 week of promoting digital products, I made my first 4 figures following the Launch to Profit program in 7 days. Followed it step by step. And it was easy to follow because there were people who could share their results. I saw people in the community who had made their 6 figures. The founder of the platform has made our first $5 million in 2 years just promoting digital products. And then the question is their life different from ours? Not necessarily. Their approach is probably different. And the tenacity with which they've, decided to take their businesses seriously may be different. You want to earn income online, but you're not tenacious. That resilience is not there. You just want to treat it like, well, let's just see how it goes. It's either you're in to see it prosper or you're out. There's nothing like sitting on the fence. So you can't buy a product and just do nothing about it. You can't invest. It's just like investing in a business. So are you going to watch it fail? Of course not. There are certain measures that have to be taken, but you should be okay starting with baby steps. You don't need to be you don't need to be an expert. It's not about having access to a solution that works, right? It's about working out that solution, knowing how to share it, knowing how to get your perfect customers attracted to you. And so I'm going to eventually break down exactly how this works inside the daily cash flow legacy system in just a few minutes because the digital product that I promote is the Legacy Builders Program. I was giving my website, which you can see on my screen, dailycashflowlegacy.com, and I get so many leads because if you can get leads in your landing page, your leads can eventually become buyers. And that does not entail you going to bug friends and family. It only means that you have to show up and also provide value to your audience, right? So you can run your digital business from your phone or laptop. And I want you to let that sink. Let that sink in for a second. You don't need a fancy office. So I've had people say, well, we're looking for a solid business. And they think that until they have a fancy office, the business is not solid. You don't need a fancy office. You don't need a team of employees. And also, you don't need to quit your job, uproot your life, or take a huge financial risk. Starting digital businesses these days is actually a lot easier than before because some people, when they had to start their online business, they had to go get tens and tens and thousands of dollars. You don't even need that. You need a phone or a laptop and the right system. That's what you need. And of course, the right digital product. That's what you need. I know people who are building real online income during lunch breaks or on the sidelines at their kids' soccer game, at their kids' basketball game or volleyball game, in the car before work, at night when everybody else has gone to bed. Stop waiting for the perfect timing. Because I see people waiting for the perfect timing say, well, I don't think it's perfect timing for me. I think I need to clear everything on my desk. My desk, I feel like I have too many things I'm doing. I have to clear everything before I can do this. And they keep making excuses and they keep passing over opportunities repeatedly. And that is what is called being poor. It's not about the cash you have in your pocket or in your bank account. It's about you passing over opportunities repeatedly. And also thinking that everything is calm. If you think everything is calm, it simply means that you haven't done research. You want to earn income, but you think everything is calm. Yet you complain about your job. You complain about your account not being balanced. You complain about the bills. You're probably always in a hot argument with your spouse because of financial drama. So I think for me, I feel like these opportunities are out there, but why not do some research about it and see if it fits your needs? And the truth is, nothing will ever be perfect. No opportunity will ever be perfect, but you can actually personalize it and have a good experience with it. You can personalize whatever program you want to promote and have a good experience with it, right? And then you also have to be willing to sacrifice time, your sleep, some of those side talks, try to multitask. Most people find it very difficult to do things simultaneously, right? And being able to run this business from anywhere is also fascinating, because it is portable, it is flexible, and completely online. So you can literally run it from your living room, your kitchen table, or even when you're on vacation. Even if you work 7 days a week, let's imagine you work 7 days a week, you wouldn't be working 24 hours, 7 days in a week. Even robots are going to have to take a break. So you're going to have breaks here and there, and you can actually use those breaks to start your business. So it is a life-friendly business model. And it's for people who already have a full plate: work, kids, bills, responsibilities. This isn't just convenient, it is necessary. So I have a question for you. So if you have recurring bills, how great would it feel? Or how would you feel having recurring income? So just take a moment and just think about how beautiful it will be to have recurring income. So if you have recurring bills, it's also great to have something that generates recurring income for you. And that is exactly one of the benefits of promoting digital products. Because like I said, you don't have to be physically present to attend to the needs of a buyer or a customer. The system is working for you at the background. It is automated. You can be driving and get a sale. You can be sleeping and somebody buys your product online from anywhere in the world. It's also global. So it's not the kind of business that is tied to a certain location. It's not tied to a certain location. It can, like, it works round the clock for you, literally. So you don't also need to wait until your schedule opens up. You don't need to make time. I see people telling me, well, I will make time for it. Well, what you never make time for will never create income for you. What you just need a plan that fits into your life, not one that disrupts it. You know your schedule, and you know that if you sit down to analyze your schedule for the day, you should be able to map out 2 hours, not necessarily at a stretch. I don't do my 2 hours at a stretch because I'm busy. I break it down. So maybe something just after, very early in the morning, lunch break, maybe after work, just in between different activities. So digital businesses like this would allow you to have a plan that will fit into your life. It is not going to disrupt your life. So if you have been thinking, I don't have time, I don't have the space to start something new, well, this was designed for people just like you, right? So another benefit of promoting digital products is that it allows you to build income from skills, not just hours. And this is a mindset shift, and it's a powerful one because most of us were taught to trade time for money. They told us go to school, get a job, clock in, clock out, work 40 hours, get paid for 40 hours, maybe 50, maybe some overtime, and then you can work 60 hours and still come up short at the end of the month. But here's the truth. Time is limited. You can't create more of it. You only have 24 hours in a day. So if your income depends solely on your hours, your energy, or your physical presence, you're always going to hit a ceiling. And I'll say that again. If your income is solely dependent on your hours, your energy, or your physical presence, you are going to actually hit that threshold, where you cannot take it anymore. That's it. But the good news is that digital products will break that cycle for you. So instead of saying, how much can I make in an hour? You get to shift to saying, how can I build something once and get paid over and over again? And that is exactly what digital income is about. Something is built once, but you are able to generate income from it again and again. You learn the skills once. You learn how to promote. You learn how to brand yourself. You learn digital marketing, and you don't have to go to school for it. The program provides you videos that are already done for you, video like models, and you have weekly mentorship programs, you have daily check-ins in form of recorded videos, you have a community, you have a content vote, you have resources, name it. And if you're ready to, learn the skills, you learn it once, you set up the system once, you create or plug into the product once, and then it can work again and again for you without needing your constant effort. And this is what wealthy people understand. They don't work more hours. They build assets that work for them. Digital products are assets. And when you learn to package or promote one, you start stepping into multiplication, not just survival. One product is multiplying income for you. So I'll give an example. Our digital product, the Legacy Builders Program itself, is $900. So imagine you bought it once. You pay for the website, which is $39 once. You get your domain and your professional email once. You get that. No monthly fees, no recurring fees, right? So once you do that, you have the ability to promote the digital product and earn 100% commissions. The same the same product paying you over and over again. Of course, the $39 website fee goes to the platform because definitely they're going to need income to run the platform where we have our community. But the product itself, it generates for you 100% commissions. And this can happen over and over again. So let's take a pause and ask this question. How would $900 a day change your life? Or let's even say that we are not being aggressive and we decide to target $900 per week, and you get that 4 times in a month. That is $3,600. How would that change your retirement account? Or how would that even help you pay off debts? How would that help you hit the goals, your savings goals for the year, if you have any? right? How would that allow you to take that vacation fast, sooner than you think? So that when your kids say, well, it's time to go on vacation, you wouldn't say, well, we're going to think about it. We'll see, we're trying to save up money. And, your kid wants to go for a special event. And you're like, well, mommy doesn't have money right now. Can we talk about it later? How long are you going to keep saying no? How long are you going to keep saying no? So you don't need to chase every dollar with your time. You simply need to leverage the right skill, the right system, and the right solution. That is exactly what you need to do. Now, there are people that would say, well, I don't want to create a digital product. I don't want to create anything. And that's fine. I get it. That's why digital products make sense, because they are done for you. If you're not ready to write an ebook or build a training from the scratch, that is the beauty of what I'm about showing you, because you don't have to create anything. They are done for you. So you are generating profit from something that you did not create. And this is not network marketing. It's not network marketing where you have to bring two, to bring two, to bring another two. No, you generate sales from the sales, from promoting digital products. You are earning income from selling your digital products. And because you are online, it means you can reach a global audience, not necessarily talking to friends and family. Definitely, there are certain things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis for people to know that you are there. Nobody's going to know that you are there when you're not showing up for your business, because people will only do business with you if they know you, they like you, and they trust you. And how are people going to be able to know you, like you, and trust you if you're not showing up? You show up today, the next time we see you, it's maybe 3 months from now or whatever it is. And sometimes you are an emotional you're an emotional business owner. That kind of business owner that feels like, today I'm not in the mood, so I'm not going to show up online. Well, imagine if you're not in the mood every day, and then you're going to tell your employer, I'm not in the mood, I'm not showing up at work today. You do that the first time, second time. I don't think there's going to be a third time before you get a query or you get fired. Not even in this, in the interesting economy that we have globally. You cannot be an emotional business owner. You have to be an intentional business owner who is accountable, and you own the success or the failure in your business. So you determine what you want. I used to be like that. If I had a very bad day, I would not even show up. I would not even do anything. I'll just say, well, screw it, I'm going to bed. But then my bills are still waiting for me when I wake up. So you have to learn to take ownership of the success or the results that you get in your business. You cannot be emotional and expect to be successful. You have to think like a businessman or woman. And better still, with digital products, you don't have to create anything, because there is a smarter way, and it is called done for you digital products. And that is exactly what I got with the Daily Cash to Legacy program. When I got started, I did not want to build a website. I already had a website for my other business, and it cost me a lot. Different changes here and there, different programmers updating things, they'll bring different bills. I bet you, with the Legacy program that I've been in for a year, I've only built my website once. I've not had to worry about it. And I didn't do it myself. It was done for me. I did not want to figure out the tech or coding and all of those things. I didn't want to spend months trying to create a product and then hoping that it would work. I just needed something that was ready to go. And I'm happy that this system just gave me what I wanted. So now, what do you really get from the digital program that we're offering? Well, you get a high converting digital product that's already been tested and proven to sell. And I say it's proven to sell because if one product is being promoted by multitudes of people globally, and in less than 2 years, we already have 52,000 plus members, and we have over 100 six-figure earners in less than 2 years. Not only that, this program was started by a grandmother in her 50s who was not tech savvy, right? Didn't even know what she was doing at the beginning, but she's earned $5 million plus in 2 years. Is that not proven to sell? It is proven to sell. Because if the program is not meaningful or if it's not valuable, people will not buy. But people are buying because they find that it is helping them, teaching them how to brand themselves. There are so many people that are online and they want to even learn content creation. They're like, well, I don't know how to create content. I don't even know how to go on Facebook Live. I don't know how to walk around TikTok. You get to learn everything here. Yes, people will say, well, you get to learn all those things on, they will tell you, well, we get to learn everything on YouTube. I want to see if I can quickly show you guys the kind of models that we get here. Let me see really quickly. Just hold on a sec. I'm just going to see if I can go there. Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what we get. Okay, this should be it. So hopefully you guys can see it. So imagine now we have the Legacy Builder Program 2.0, and I'm going to click on View Product. What do you get? This is the cost. So this is the digital product. But the good thing is that it is not just about the courses or the video models. We also have a community, and I'm going to be showing you that community as well. You have daily, tips on content tips. You have weekly mentorship programs. You have masterminds, right? You have a content vote. We have the 90-day plan. So you can practically decide that you want to make your first 30K in 90 days with just this program. So I want to just show you what we have. It shows you many things, how to launch your business. So if you click on this launch kit you see all of this? Launching your business, your vision, your income earning activities, 2-hour workday, choosing the kind of social media platform, because not every social media platform is appropriate for your kind of business. So you can determine after watching this, what platform you want to launch your business on. You want to understand the social media algorithm, attraction marketing. Why does it work? Who is your customer? Questions to ask to help you create content, how to create your video, storytelling to attract your customer. You get so much. Mastering the 7-second rule, the CTA, call to action, content that converts, mastering video confidence. What is resell rights? You get so much just from this. Let me go back and see. And it's even much more than that, just showing you, of course, how to set up your freedom machine, how to create your empire, marketing and social media, passive daily pay blueprint, discovery method, how to find and attract your ideal customers, branding your business. You get so much from this. How to craft your message, how to post free ads on the internet, digital mastery, building a recurring income stream, affiliate marketing and partnerships, email marketing. Of course, if your emails equals what? You having those leads and also getting potential buyers. So you get to learn how to build your email list, so that even if TikTok decides to, not exist anymore, any of the social media platforms decide not to exist, but there's email, you can still have customers. Because when you have your landing page and your leads put their email in your landing page, you have their email, and of course they get automated emails from you. You are not the one sending out the emails. The system is built to send, automated emails to your leads. How to use ChatGPT to 10x your productivity. So many things. If you now decide that you want to create your own digital product or program, you get to learn that as well. If you decide that you want to launch your own course or program, they teach you that here. Can you see this? How to price it. There's a lot that you get to learn on this platform. And better still, one of the things that is exciting for me is that you now have the ability to get licensed as a master resell business person. That is, you are able to resell the product for 100% commissions, and you get a license for that. It helps you to get certified. Can you see all this? So there's a lot that you get. There's just a lot. And now the question is, do I have to go through all these modules first before I start earning? Of course not. I'm not even done with all the modules, but guess what? I've earned over and over again from this program. So this is definitely not one of those fly-by-night programs. And I also want to show you, I want to see if I can go ahead and show you our community. Let's go right there. I'm going to show you the community as well. Okay, so we have this community and we have a webinar happening in 22 hours. That's great. So for those that want to attend the webinar, let me know and I'm just going to send you a link to the webinar. There's a webinar happening tomorrow. So we have our classroom here. So we have extra things. We have the Freedom Sprint So people get to know, like it's a 90-day freedom sprint that actually teaches you about how to brand yourself, the kind of content you want to post on a day-to-day basis. So if you're new and you're like, I don't even know what to do for my first few days, this is the freedom sprint. So you can go through this for the first 90 days. You already know what to say. So you're not stuck, right? There's mindset training, there's social media training, a lot of resources, the content vault, 6 figures in 6 months. There's a lot. And there's, of course, the online networking event where, we get to meet over Zoom. So you get to meet other entrepreneurs. You guys can discuss different business ideas, strategies, and learn from others. There's a lot to learn here. So we have the community, we have the wings. Just imagine that. People earning income daily, leads and more leads, right? Well, look at this lady, mortgage free in 20 months. I mean, completely mortgage free. Let's just even see what she said. She said, we are celebrating. 20 months ago, we were renters living paycheck to paycheck. I started digital marketing on a whim, and honestly, at the worst time, I needed a new transmission, 4 new tires, and I had to pay for 6 rental cars. Oh my God. This was something we really could not afford to do, but we did it anyway. 8 months ago, we closed on a brand new house in a private gated golf community, and 8 months later, we paid it off. You see this? They are completely debt free. Now, the question to ask yourself is that you've been working for this long, maybe working in the corporate world. If you look at your paycheck, your regular paycheck, how long will it take for you to pay off your mortgage? With your regular paycheck, are you able to pay off your mortgage even in 2 years or in 20 months like this lady did? That's why you need a solid plan B, and one that will work for your schedule, one that wouldn't even burn you out. Probably one that you would not even need inventory like this one, right? So there are lots of testimonials. Somebody said $900 while working full time. Somebody had views in under 15 hours. So somebody said $3,000 in less than 7 days, and this is like 54,000 South African rand. People are doing great with this. So this is not just me talking. I'm sharing with you testimonials of people who are actually earning great income from this. So this is not a fly-by-night business. It requires that you study. So you have a solid product. People asking, what is the product? Digital products that don't require shipping, inventory. You don't need, you just buy once, you sell, you buy it once and you make profit from it over and over again. And that is really amazing. That is amazing because it's really convenient, right? So you have the high converting digital product that has been tested and proven to sell. You have a pre-built website and sales funnel that is professionally designed. And what does that really mean? So I'm going to show you how that looks like. So if I go to, this is my sales funnel pretty much. So you're going to have something like this. Of course, you're going to have to choose the domain name that you want by getting one from GoDaddy, and you're going to get a professional email. Cost me like $50 for everything, from getting the domain and professional email, and you're going to get something like this. So people are going to put in their name, they put in their email, and then they click on yes, send me the blueprint now. So and then it will take them to another page. It's going to take them to another thank you page, and this is the thank you page. So imagine you are sleeping. Somebody puts their name, puts their email in your landing page, and then you are sleeping, but you don't even have to explain the opportunity because they are able to come to this page and it breaks down how the blueprint will change their life. So we have somebody speaking here, telling them about the business and all of that. And then they go ahead, they see testimonials. So it's working for you at the background, right? And then they click on, yes, I'm ready to have a successful business. And what does that do for them? It takes them to the different options that we have: Launchpad, Passive Daily Pay, Digital Mastery, Legacy Builders. It takes them to this page, and then they say, "Well, I want to get $900. I think I am okay with earning extra $900. Even if you start with making $900 extra a month, that will still help towards paying some utility bills or maybe some groceries. It's still better than nothing." But most of the times, people are looking for, they want to make 6 figures in 1 month. But they're not ready to put in the 6-figure effort into the business, right? And then see this. How would an extra $900 per day change your life? It's not just another online course. It's a live interactive program with real-time coaching, expert guidance, and a thriving community to support you as you build a profitable automated online business step by step. So when you say you are busy, well, this will check the box for you, because whether you're a busy parent, a burned out professional, a network marketer, or a 9 to 5 worker seeking more, you can actually create income from this. You don't have experience, no problem. You're a newbie, that's fine. You don't like tech, this works for you. You're like, you don't even know how to attract daily paying customers. Guess what? If you have a business, you need daily paying customers. And one thing I love about this program is that it also teaches you how to attract daily paying customers in your other business. If you run like a physical store, if you run like another online business, you need daily paying customers because you have daily bills, you have recurring bills. Living is spending. As long as you are alive, you are going to eat, you are going to pay bills. That's it. All you need to do is plug in and start learning and earning. And what is the requirement? What's the minimum requirement per day in terms of focused hours? 2 hours a day. And those 2 hours don't have to be done at a stretch. They can be broken down into chunks of 30 minutes. So 30 minutes in 4 places. So you can decide to do 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, or find time to get it done. Right? 50K plus members. And guess what? Over $29 million has been paid into the pocket of members in just 10 months. So is this not a proven system? It is definitely proven. And this is not one of those programs where somebody signed you up and because the person is on top there, the person makes money from everybody underneath, and makes money from first, second, third level. That is not what it is about. This is your business. You make sales when you promote your top product, and they teach you how to do that without having to bug friends and family. They show you how to use attraction marketing to get the right customers asking you what is it that you are selling. You don't have to go looking for people. You are able to attract your audience globally because people can pay you from anywhere in the world as long as they have a card, and a card to pay online, debit card, credit card, PayPal. I also have the ability to receive, payments in, maybe through Zelle, Cash App, those kind of things, crypto, whatever it is. One customer practically puts you in profit mode. That's it. And then beautiful thing about it is that you can also get certified and keep 100% of your profits. You receive lifetime licensing to resell, any of the 4 proven digital programs, because we have 4 of them. We have the Launchpad for $100. We have the Passive Daily Blueprint for $300. We have the Digital Mastery for $600. And then we have the Legacy Builders itself for $900. But I always tell myself that if I'm looking to earn 6 to 7 figures from this, I want to go for the best because I also want to earn more, which is why I went for the $900 program, because it allows me to have resale rights to sell any of the 4 programs. Because if I had come in with the Launchpad, which is $100, I cannot resell the $900 program. I always say that if you want to do stuff, go big or you go home, right? So this is a fully loaded program. And before I go, I want to be able to share with you, I like to do this. I want to be able to share with you a real testimonial from people doing well, and so that you don't just take my word for it. So give me a moment to do that.
Guys, absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world. How are you? Hey guys, my name is Tim Hess, and yeah, my story is nothing like what you're about to hear of anyone else in here just yet. So, by the way, I'm so proud of all you women that have just inspired me to go every day and be just fight every day. Like Jamie's story, 2 jobs, she found a way. Boom, boom, Victoria, she was at her last moment, last straw. She just plugged into the system. You have Ashley, which I am so proud of. I'm so excited for you. She's a mom, 3 children under 5. She didn't want to go back to job. She just wanted to be her mom, Well, I'm going to give you the flip side of that. I was in corporate America for 25 years, helped a company grow for 25 years. And they came in one day in my office and said my role had been eliminated. I'm a dad of 5 beautiful kids. I have 3 grandkids. And I love to date my wife, hold her hand, make coffee in the morning for her. And it brings a smile to my heart. But the other thing too, I love very much is to golf every day. That is something I could not do having a corporate job. One thing I will share with you is I came here. I saw this video, the faceless video of this young lady that's sitting in front of me. And she said, I could learn the skills and make $300 a day. And I'm like, well, okay. I just know after I lost my job, I can't even tell you the emotions, the feelings. I was betrayed. I felt all these emotions that just were overwhelming. And I was mad. I was angry. And I never wanted to go back to a corporate job. I was flown. I live in California. I was flown to do 2 or 3 different states to go through interviews um, for these other corporate positions. And every time I got on a plane to come back to California, I said, I don't want to do this again. I'm 55 years old at the time. And I couldn't do it again. So I saw this video. I like this faceless post, just words on it. You can learn how to make $300 a day. And I'm like, it's $109,000 a year. All right. I had been looking for an online business because I knew people were making money. I just didn't know what they were doing exactly. And I'm like, okay, one of the biggest things is I'm very coachable, very, very coachable, always been coachable. Just tell me what I need to do. I'm kind of a very no nonsense type person. Don't BS me. Tell me what I need to do. There's a lot of people, you may call them Gen Xers, but we don't like the, you know what, just tell me what I need to do. Okay. So I emailed that young lady in front of me. I sent her my email, like how you guys got here by the automations. I emailed her, sent that email in and got a video and I saw it and I read it. I'm like, okay, all right. And then I got to a point where like, she said, coachable, be consistent. I got this. Okay, cool. If it is what it is, and I tell you, I had never done an online business, by the way. I have never done an MLM. But the one thing that I understood process. She said words that I understood because corporate America, we have processes, so we know what our results are going to be. Follow the process. I know some of you probably heard that at your jobs. Follow the process. We know what works. Do what we're telling you to do. Well, my daddy said, sit your butt down and you won't get hurt. That's how I relate it. I always say it lovingly and kindly because sit down, shut up and listen because it works, right? So I follow the process. But I got to tell you something. In the very beginning, I don't have the story where I made $1 gazillion in the first month. Believe it or not, I didn't make money for 3.5 months. 3.5 months. But here's the crazy thing. It's going to be September 8th. It's going to be 18 months. I'm at 300,000. But here's the crazy thing. Here's the cool thing. For me, I've learned how to make other streams of income where I've actually totaled my other streams of income, not even the income that I made from the programs, but stuff that I've learned inside the programs. I calculated today and I actually made $32,000 with the things that I've learned in the program to put forward. So I don't want you to just look at these programs. I want you to think of like Victoria said, the education that you're going to get, the things like Amy said, hey, she has a coaching position. I mean, there's things that you're going to learn to put money in your family's pocket, not corporate America. Now, I have never talked to anyone else. I've never talked to anyone ever. I post on the platforms. What warms my heart more than anything today is I have a dear friend of mine that worked with me in corporate America, and he lost his position just like I did at one time. And he is a great family man. He works his butt off. But as you know, you lose your job, what do? You have to make income right away. We get it. So he took his time. He found another job. But what was really crazy is, again, I have never talked to anyone about this business. It is like this is an introvert's dream. Like I do my stuff every morning. I'm like out of here golfing in the afternoon. Taking the grandkids to the pool. I'm telling you, and I don't talk to anyone. However, he calls me up out of the blue. And again, he's more family than he is just a friend. Calls me and said, hey, I love this because he goes, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And we having our chat. And he goes, yeah, they just let me go yesterday. And I'm like, what? And he really is. I mean, I've seen him get promoted through the company. He's just a good worker and knows what he knows. And his wife is just as amazing as probably more amazing than he is. I won't let him know that right now, but he lost his job again. This is his second job that he's lost. So he reached out to me. He's on here. Him and his wife are on here today. And I'm just telling you, there are so many people here that are in the same shoes. At what point, and I say this lovingly and kindly, at what point do you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? Look, I will share this with you. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be sitting here doing a webinar saying, "Hey, Tim," with my crazy hair, talking about my kids and saying the income that I'm making when I literally work 2 hours a day, maybe two and a half. And I literally go golfing almost every day. I can just tell you something. It's not the money. And I know money is just what we do is we do something that's in high demand and it pays a certain amount of income that it demands. But
Okay, so I just want to like stop it here and say that I hope this has made any kind of if it has made any kind of sense for you, sounds really great. But then, did you hear what Tim said? Working a great job, but got laid off. Are we going to wait for a layoff to occur before we start thinking about the plan B? And so, for those that say, well, I think I know better about digital products now that you've talked about it. And so, how do I get started? Just go to the website on the link on my screen. Right now, you can see it says dailycashflowlegacy.com. Go to the website there, put in your email, and take the next steps. And I'll be here again, same time tomorrow to talk about, what you can do to start your online business. This is simple. You heard what Tim said. He said 2 hours a day, probably does maybe an extra half because, of course, he works for himself now. So he has the time to put in an extra 30 minutes. So don't wait for life to put you in a danger zone before you take a step. So go ahead, put in your email when you get to dailycashflowlegacy.com and follow the next steps. So thank you so much for joining, and I will be chatting with you again tomorrow for day 21 of the Bounce Beyond Limit series. Thank you for those that stayed with me to the end and those that are watching the replay. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon again.